Hey, good morning, guys. How are you? Happy Saturday, right? Pretty wild, like my hair. That's why there's no hat today.
He did not get electrocuted.
That's today's theme, I guess. Wild week, wild hair.
You know I love you, right?
Okay.
You realize that that's not just today. Like, it didn't just happen this week.
Well, usually
this has been your usual.
Well, usually I have a hat on.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to
I was going to shower too, but somebody woke up late.
Let's talk about that in a second. Guys,
Oh, wait a minute. She's here today. Oh.
I've been here. Actually, you were just scoodling your little tush to get in the chair a little late yourself.
I was here before you.
And you've been up since 3:30 playing video games.
Nope.
So what was your excuse,
I had trouble
Tiger?
sleeping because it was hot, so I went upstairs. Anyway.
I
was going to try and
if we put the new mattress in upstairs, we wouldn't have that problem.
Coronavirus. You didn't get no mattress.
Anyway.
Trust no one.
You guys usually are hidden by a hat. This is what I've been telling you. Guys, and he combed this. So imagine you're sleeping next to this damsel in distress. Imagine this in the morning, even wilder. This is what I roll over to in the morning as of coronavirus time. What do you think? It's magical, right?
Mr. Deke, how are you? Good morning, Mr. Keller. Don't mind me. I'm just putting everybody down for the giveaway. So, yeah, anyway, you know what I was thinking? We need to figure out a punishment system. Like if she's late to a live, right? All she has to do is wake up, go up the stairs. Okay. Yeah, there needs to be some sort of
punishment system? Dude, let me tell you something. First of all, I came up the stairs and he's like a child. Like for people who have children, like you know when you need to use the bathroom, that's when your children are sitting there watching you go. How about the second my foot hit the stairs to go up to the bathroom? That's when Mr. Man decides he's going to take a shower. He's been playing video games since 3:30 in the morning, but the second I want to go up to take a shower,
more like 6.
All of a sudden, what do I hear? Crank for the shower. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then I walk in and you just see he's all in his electrocuted glory, and he goes to me, What are you in here for? I don't know. Just to stare at your beauty. I'm here to take a shower. And he goes, I guess I can't wash my hair this morning. Oh yes. Like that would have changed anything. Are we serious? It's either electrocuted or creepy professor comb over. There's no happy medium.
Well,
guys,
I have oil for my beard. And I'm like, you know what? Let me throw it in my hair. It actually works out pretty well.
Can we have a show of hands from all the viewers? How many people
how can they show their hand?
They can vote in the chat. How many people feel he's successful at achieving this mullet look?
No, it's not a mullet anymore. It's an afro mullet. It's an afro mullet.
Well, aren't I a lucky girl? Are you serious with
that? You are very lucky.
An afro mullet. That's what you're calling this. Are you serious with that?
Look at my hair.
Oh my God.
Look at touch my hair. So anyway.
You're going to give yourself a concussion one day doing that. I'm waiting for it.
See, a couple of you guys were here early this morning. We had Mr. and Mrs. V Twin Garage, Mark and Sandra. It was good chatting with you guys the other day. Uncle Ed is in the house. Mr. KCB, thank you for stopping by. KCB is a very, very busy guy. If you guys are on Instagram, definitely check him out. He will get you feeling some sort of way. The things he does and how he goes about it is absolutely mind-blowing.
What kind of way does KC make you feel?
Jealous.
Oh, wait. A lot of people make you feel jealous.
No.
You're like a redheaded stepchild.
No.
Oh my God, it doesn't take much. Casey, I'm sorry if he makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. We can talk about it after the panel.
Fun things to do with Tech. Sparky, how are you? Mr. Prime for a good time. Chris Moll Engines in the house. Rodmere Mowers, good morning.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Mr. Deke W, how are you? It's good to see you as well. Mr. Keller, as always.
Hold on.
What is cha-cha-cha?
Chia. The chia
Oh!
set. Yes.
You know what? I didn't see that on.
Oh my God. Can we make that the picture for today's live? Can you somehow crop your head and put it on a chia?
All right, maybe.
Deke, I love it. I love you, Deke.
I actually had a
That's
thumbnail in mind for
fantastic.
today's live, but for some reason the computer wouldn't let me do it. But I definitely
What
like
a
the chia.
shame.
All right, let me make a
Because
mental.
there was
make a mental
something
note of
better planned, honey.
Chia. Okay, thumbnail. Yeah, long hair troubles. Absolutely. It's getting there.
That's the problem. His is never going to get longer. It's just going to get poofier. Isn't that a sweet look?
Morning, Mr. Palmer. How are you?
Hi, Tim.
Fun things to do. Mr. Keller, as always.
Mr. Keller.
Feel love. Not too bad. Just sorting out the kitchen for an oven. Very nice. Congratulations. Who else is in here?
Mr. Andrews. Yes, he did. It's a good analogy, right? Finger, socket, his hair. It's exactly what it looks like.
Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Andrews. I know you are absolutely busy. 'Tis the season for you. Really appreciate you taking the time to come down. I know if I were you, I'd probably value my sleep more than coming in here. But we do appreciate it, and hope all is well. All right, you got to keep yourself in good shape. All right, and who else we got here? Hi, Tim. All right, so like I said, this hair describes this week, which has been absolutely wild. Now it has to do small engine related and not. I mean, I feel like this channel's full circle. We talk and cover about like everything. You know, I have stuff on here that covers house, you know, cars, whatever.
Life. Which, before he begins to rattle on about his week, gentlemen, mark your calendars for all of the above really quick before he starts. Can we sit up straight and show some respect? Thank you.
Because I know what you're talking about, and I still don't agree with it.
June 7th just passed. I want to, if you didn't already know, it was National Cancer Survivor Day. I am a part of that group. I want to give all the love in the world for all my fellow survivors. And for those of you who are in the battle, you are in our prayers each and every day. You have got this, and you are bigger than this. So June 7th, it's always the first Sunday of June of every month in the United States. An important day to remember, and it is absolutely important. I wouldn't be here without the team that I had at the time. Our giveaway, our $1,000.
What?
What a Freudian slip. Keep it up, and I'm going to make it a $1,000 giveaway. Our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. You woke up, huh? Our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, our beautiful gas can and $50 cash. Mr. Briggs, I knew I loved you. Mr. Briggs, I'm going on 14 years strong, and if you are in that group of survivors, you know you're never out of the woods. So we are in a league of warriors of our own, and I think it's important every year that we celebrate. So poo-poo to the mister. It's funny how people who can't relate never understand. So the gas can and $50 cash giveaway, that is still going. This is your live to be able to still be a part of it. Remember, you are in it. You're in the chat. We're writing you down. We'd love to get you on the panel too today. If you're catching the replay, make sure you comment in the comment section. And I'm going to announce the winner of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway next Saturday during our live. Yes. Celebrating this electrocuted stud muffin and his accomplishment. And that will be announced on Saturday, June 20th, which next Saturday is a big live because we're going to announce the giveaway winner. And we are going to announce.
Oh my God.
Keep it up and I'll change my next giveaway to 1,000. We're going to also announce, because it's Father's Day weekend, we're going to announce my next giveaway, which is the Father's Day giveaway. And so,
can we have this conversation now? Do you mind?
No.
We didn't. What are you giving away for Father's Day?
None
Do you
of
understand
beeswax.
how many giveaways we've had since we started this channel? There are channels that have been out there a lot longer, and they've given away a lot less. What channel gives out Snap-on tools, Milwaukee tools, Cobalt 40-volt weed whacker, a freaking gas can that's like, I don't even know. I think I paid, I don't know how much she paid for hers. We're not on talking terms over this, just so you guys know.
Dad, are you done now?
I think I paid like 60-something bucks for that can. And then she wants to throw in $50.
I paid 50, 60 something for
the
that
yellow
can.
one that I have. And then she wants to throw $50 on top of it to fill the gas can and the vehicle of your choice that you take to go fill up that gas can. Oh, wait a minute. And Lucas Oil products. We gave away Lucas Oil products.
Are you done now?
That we actually had to ship across the pond, which we don't mind. I mean, listen, we love each and every one of you equally. That cost us a pretty penny, which was absolutely mind-blowing. I couldn't freaking believe it.
Are you done now? Well, here's the thing.
So
how about
I want to know.
How about this? How about you stop giving money out to friends who don't pay you back, and we wouldn't have a problem giving money out to our friends doing giveaways. Bam! Anyway, moving right along. So, yes, I'm going to announce the Father's Day giveaway.
What are you giving away?
Listen, giveaways don't have to be over the top. It's not over the top. It's just something to say, I love you guys. And it could be anyone who enters. You don't have to be a father to enter. Yes. We'll run our usual time frame for the giveaway. But the Mister and I have a very different outlook on this. I know some channels do a giveaway when they hit certain marks. I know some channels do giveaways with the money they monetize with. I know that some channels do giveaways for particular reasons. There is nothing wrong with whatever reason, and some channels don't do any giveaways at all. There's nothing wrong with whatever you choose to do. Do you? Who cares? Do you? I do me. That sounds just so wrong. But the bottom line is...
Yes, giveaways are wrong.
No, I said the whole doing myself sounds wrong. Bottom line is, I'm a giver. I've always been. If you know me personally, I like to give.
Very generous when it's not hers.
When it's my money, I give.
We're married. There is no such thing as yours.
Oh, it's funny. My word didn't come in when you were just giving away to certain people. But anyway, so at the end of the day, we're doing a Father's Day giveaway. And I think it's fantastic to celebrate you guys. Men, women, whatever you choose to categorize yourself with. I got to be politically correct now, don't I? So yes. So we have old giveaway ending, new giveaway starting. Next Saturday's a big day. And Uncle Ed, I don't think you have a long time. I really don't. I am obsessed with the things that Uncle Ed is doing and Twin V is doing. I mean, there are just some phenomenal things that are happening. And you know what's so beautiful I'm seeing out on the channels right now is this whole collaboration with like friends and wives. And like, I love, and I've said this to Sandy and Mark before, I love that collaboration with you two. It's genuine. I love seeing it. I know, Sandy, you like pop your little self in there, but I love it. Like, from my end of things.
No, there's a price to pay when your wife's involved. And I'll speak for Mark because I know Mark doesn't.
I have an itch.
Mark needs a voice.
I have an itch.
Okay.
It's itching again.
She comes on this channel. She just wants to give the house and the kitchen sink along with it, which is not the purpose of the channel.
Oh, God, that itch again.
Right? Sandy joins Mark's channel. And next thing you know, Mark is starting to track the parts out the shed because of Sandy. So if Sandy wasn't there, Mark wouldn't be throwing tractor parts out the shed. And we wouldn't be giving everything, including the house and the kitchen sink, with it. So anyway, what were you saying?
Are you done now?
About husband and wife collabs?
And the last thing I'd like to say for today, because this hit me in two different ways, I am not mentioning any names whatsoever with this last piece, but I know there's some people that can relate to where I'm coming from. I want to say, this week, I want to say everyone knows I have a side gig. A lot of you guys have a side business. Side hobby. I'm getting a little tired of tracking people down for money. All I can say is this. Now, I know our side gigs tend to be a little different. A lot of you guys provide a product. Don't give the product away without the moolah being in your hand. For those of you who provide a service, like some of us do, it's a little harder. You provide the service and then you collect the fee. It's hard. But you know what I'm getting a little tired of? And if you can feel me on this one, let me know. Whether you've provided a service or you've lent a friend money, I'm getting so tired of people not paying up. I'm getting tired of people then living high off the hog, and then when you need to collect, oh, I don't have it. First of all, my new rule, I'm not continuing the service until you pay up Buttercup. If it's a friend who owes you money, honey, they ain't your friend if they can't pay up. And at the end of the day, with products, I say sell the product. And that's why you don't give up the product until you have the cash in your hand. Nobody gets a product until they pay up. So I know there's people out there that can relate. That's my word for the day. And I can't believe in all the years I've been doing this, how much chasing around I had to do in the last couple of days. It is infuriating. But anyway, wait, who just said that? Can't pay, take it. Amen. But you know what, Jason? It is so hard when you provide a service. There's no product to take away. And the thing is, you provide the service, so what are you taking away? You can't. You have, and so now I'm starting to think, you know, I've been doing this long enough, the reputation's so good, it's pay up front. That's going to be the new mentality. You pay up front.
Trust no one. I lost a very good customer this week.
Yeah. And you know what? My rule as far as lending to friends.
That'll be a good topic of conversation. You have a couple topics today. We might go longer than an hour.
I say with friends, you set parameters and you set due dates, because that's a whole nother can of worms. That's a slippery slope to go down. But any hoodle, the Mister has had a rough week. We've had an interesting week.
I want to get koozie. Yeah. Go ahead. You can talk about it. You can talk.
And at the end of the day, the knocking at the door has not stopped this week. We've had a lot of frequent flyers stop by, unannounced, but some nice frequent flyers, some return people to the hobby. And a
lot of neighbors want to say hello. How about that?
Yeah, a lot of neighbors want to say hello. And why don't you go for it?
All right, so how about this? Do you want to talk about the investing? Because that was wild. Do you want to talk about losing the good customer?
Oh, I like this one. Leave deposit, pay the rest when collecting machine. No money, no machine.
Do you want to talk about the guy with the weed whacker?
Oh, God, there's a lot of good stuff.
And like I said, we might go longer than an hour. Well, like I said, wild week, wild hair. How about this? Let's start with the investing, because that's not small engine related. And then from there, we'll turn it into small engine related. Sounds fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, we're full circle, right? So obviously, what her and I do collectively, well, all right, so we're going to go back. So she actually offered to help me actually sell something. And I was absolutely blown away, but I decided for her not to do it. We're keeping her.
Can we just stop for a second? The only now, let's not get what he's saying twisted. I have never had a problem in the past, because sometimes the mister likes to throw a dig my way about the way he words things. I have never had a problem selling equipment ever. I've taken Mandingo to go pick up, drop off.
Yep.
The reason we're trying to keep me from interacting with some of the outside customers, if I can't do my side hustle, if I come down with something, knock on wood, I mean, as we just celebrated National Cancer Survivor Day, my immune system's a lot different. If I'm down, I'm not making money. So we need to watch out for me. He is, and to be honest with you,
superhuman.
He's not being extra careful, which is not safe for me either.
It's all a 30-weight oil.
But at the end of the day, if we're going to take the risk between the two of us, he's going out, not me. I'm doing more of the end of negotiating with the customers through where we sell from.
So she used to help me buy, sell, trade, and flip.
And now I can't do this going and meeting them part.
So what happened?
At least for right now.
COVID, which is fine, I understand. She has been helping me selling or acquiring equipment because she doesn't want to interact with people. Fine, get it, I understand. Last week, actually, we were talking on Mark's, or was it Uncle Ed's? Whose live we were talking about? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I had an issue at work where we're going way off topic. I consumed something that had a laxative in it, and so run with that. So I wasn't able to leave the house, and she offered to help sell something.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so let's go back to, I said, we're full circle, right? So obviously we know what is going on, right? There is, a virus out there called COVID-19. Morning, Brando, how are you? As I talk, can you enter? Here, you do the giveaway, sorry. So let's talk full circle, right? COVID-19 broke out, okay? Businesses shut down. Stock market went through the roof, okay? Even though we were busy, and maybe some of you guys were busy due to COVID-19, okay? Other establishments, other people were not, okay? So what happened to all these stocks? They went down. So right now is the perfect opportunity to invest. We've always invested in the stock market, always. We've now more than ever, we've been a little bit more active, okay? So I believe that our stimulus check from the government is not free. There is no such thing as free. You guys hopefully don't work for free, because I don't work for free. Do you think the federal government works for free? Nope. I can't remember the last time free and government should be shared in the same sentence, because that comes from somewhere, someplace. So when you're given something, I chose to invest it, because if they ever come some sort of way to come get it back, we invested it so we don't have to pay anything on it, because technically it's not ours. So go ahead, I'll throw it out there. With advice is free. You guys can do whatever you want with it. Okay. I decided to invest in all the cruise lines. Okay. Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival. Okay. In less than a week, doubled our money. We doubled our stimulus check. So there are people out there who didn't do anything with their stimulus check, or they bought something, right? Which is fine. We chose not to do that. I doubled that so I could buy twice as many things as you did. Okay? And then it went even higher up than that. Now, I'll admit it, we didn't have this conversation yet. I made a rookie mistake, which is pretty shameful because I am.
And let's be honest, he
It wasn't
never
a bad
admits he's
mistake.
wrong.
It's not a bad mistake, so don't think that, So, right, everything I'm doing right now is travel related. Everything is hitting bottom low, and they are going to go up as the economy opens up. Now, certain thing happened, which riots and all this stuff came about. Obviously, social distancing wasn't played into a factor, okay? And they were talking about another outbreak. Actually, they weren't. They are talking about another outbreak. They're talking about, I think up to 22
Not
states.
even a third.
I think up to 22 states have another, COVID cases. I think certain states are going back down. So that means that some of the investments that we made were going to go down. So I decided to liquidate, which I shouldn't have done because we got them so cheap. Anyway, we went from making very good money when I decided to pull out, because even though the stock market is closed, they have after hours trading. Man, did we lose our shirt. So I woke up in the morning, but we were still ahead. We're still ahead. That's the important part. Even if you're not ahead, if you break even, what I should have done is I should have never sold everything. I liquidated everything. We were out. We left in the green, but I should have held on to it because you know what? It's only, like I said, we got these things so cheap that I just should have panicked and made a rookie mistake. So that's been our wild ride. I mean, we're watching the news. We're watching the market. I mean, I think they were saying the Dow Jones went down 1,000 points, and then next day went down another 500. Whew. Very, very rough for us because what we do for our money, right, is hard work. And you guys see what I do. You see what she does. It's not like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. It's not like I sit in an AC office and I click buttons and it's not like I have easy, job. Investing, right? You don't need a lot of money to invest. So don't have to think that you need to have thousands of dollars to invest. Absolutely not. So that's like my side. Thing for the week. So let's go back to small engine related. Do we want to cover the good customer that I lost? The guy who came up the driveway in 7:30 in the morning. We spoke about him, but there's another story with him. And what else? Oh, and then I have something else to talk about. What do you want to cover first? The good customer loss or the weed whacker?
Go for it. And I should also add, with the stocks, I had suggested, so I tend to be a researcher with the stocks. I do my homework. I had suggested more of, and I'll be honest with you, if we're being completely transparent, I do have an insight in. My cousin is big in the NASDAQ world. And so he has always taught us to do your research, do your homework. I had advised the mister to go more on the e-commerce end of things, which are always doing well. And those are your stocks that are going to do well, irregardless of a pandemic. They're only going to do even better during a pandemic. And sure enough, they are doing well. Did you end up making that plunge? And he did end up purchasing some. So communication with your partner is good. But as far as customers this week, I think the best way to sum up our customers this week, we had some highs, we had some lows, and we had to learn to let some go.
It was a mutual feeling.
Why don't we talk about the one we had to cut the apron strings on?
It was mutual. So I hate working on pressure washers because, as we all know, customers do not tell the truth. I don't care who they are. I don't care how long you've known them. I feel that I broke, and the reason why I broke my policy because I thought he was a good customer. Because I broke my policy, it costed us our relationship, which is fine. Good riddance.
And I don't know if you would agree with this, but we have found that customers tend to, in all transparency, lie about what's wrong.
This. Don't trust anyone, but keep going.
But I think customers tend to lie about what's wrong with their product that they're giving us simply because I think they believe if I lie that I have less of a problem with the product, that maybe the fix will cost less. What they don't realize is that when they lie about what's wrong with the product or their device, either way, he's going into it and he's going to figure it out anyway. So by lying about it, you've only caused double the work. So lying about it's not going to save you money. You've only added to the headache. And I think, honestly, and this is where my heart tends to be in a different place than his sometimes, I don't want to believe that people have bad intentions, always. I think people are just looking to save their pocketbooks sometimes. And I think you really trusted this guy initially.
Mm-hmm. So the story is, I actually fixed 2 things for him already this season. First was a pressure washer, and we kind of had some tension over it, but I kind of eased him down. I sent him pictures, sent him videos, that's absolutely what's going on. So let's talk about pressure washers, right? A lot of pressure washers come in for a no start. What's the one thing you can't test? You cannot test that pump. Let's just say if you fix this pressure washer and there's something wrong on the pump end, then the price goes from to fix to, oh no, I don't want it no more. Guess who's stuck with a pressure washer? Well, if you don't want your, guess what? I don't want your, because sometimes they get expensive to repair and time to fix it, time to invest. You go to resell it, really not that profitable, right? When you have to sell a pressure washer, it has to run, can't leak, gun, hose, tips. It's been a while since I went down this avenue for pressure washers. But just for the gun and hose, the last time I checked, it's around like $50, $60 with the tips. That's crazy. That's a nice chunk of the change. And if you need a pump on top of that, that's crazy. It's not, no, not happening. So my whole thing is, if the person is so confident that the pressure washer, that the pump works. Oh, I'm sorry, lean back. So if you drop off your pressure washer for repair, if it's ruled down to the engine wise first, okay, you need to come to that. You need to come and drop off your bread basket to me, and then I will proceed working on the engine part of your pressure washer. Because if the pump doesn't work or something pump related doesn't work and you don't want to spend the money, at least I have something to eat to compensate for the time and stuff I already used. Now, that's up to them. If the customer wants to take away the pressure washer, then great. I have my bread, they have their pressure washer, or I keep the pressure washer and I have my bread. And then maybe I can think about going down that avenue of putting a pump in and a hose and whatnot, whatever it is. So this customer lent out a pressure washer many, many moons ago to a family member, and something happened to it which you can't remember, but it doesn't run. Okay, and you saw up and down that everything on the pump end was fine. And the unit is only worth, I think, $229 or $250 brand new. It is a HomeLight 2700 cc pressure washer. It's 2700 PSI pressure washer with your Harbor Freight 212 cc engine style engine on there. I pulled off the bowl and oh my God, this thing looked like caviar. Probably the worst I've ever seen. So I sent them a picture and I says, and I'm very honest. If I could do it quick and dirty per se, the price is different compared if I have to pull the engine off the frame and stick it in my ultrasonic cleaner, right? Even though this carb was 15, 20 bucks, it says, you know what? Let me just try and save this guy some money because he's crying already, which is a mistake. The writing on the wall number 2. So take a carburetor, put in the ultrasonic cleaner, put it back on, hook up the water, this thing fired up on the 3rd pull, build pressure. I shut it down maybe after 30 seconds. Didn't even want to let it run. Engine runs, water shoots out the hose at an accelerator rate. See you later, love you, bye. Call the guy up. Hey, machine's done. Fix it up. And then I get a message from him. Not a nice one. I was using it, and there's water shooting out of this part of the pressure washer. And he sends me a picture of it. It is the thermal relief valve. So I said, okay. So he says, if you want, drop it off. I says, that's different than the issue that you brought in here first. There's going to be an additional fee. And did he lose his SHIT? Now, because I'm busy at work, I'm hot at work, cooking at work, my response to him wasn't nice at all either, because it's basically common sense. You dropped me off to fix your non-running pressure washer. I got it running. If you have a problem with it after the fact that's not related to the initial repair, you need to pay for that. So
I'm guessing you didn't put a star over some of the letters and some of the words.
No. I do not curse.
I'm kidding.
That's unprofessional.
I'm kidding.
So instead of probably me trying to explain what's going on, I was a little brash with his comments. He was brash with mine. Because I fixed things for him for about 3 years. So even after the fact, I said, you know what? Let me try and just be nice. I'll be the better person. Because like I said, I don't do any advertising. Strictly word of mouth. Says, you know what? I priced out 3 things for him. All of them were very easy to swap out. Pressure relief valve. There is also a manifold. And then there's the actual pump itself. I gave him 3 prices. I think it was like $15 for the pressure relief valve, $40 for the manifold, $100 for the pump. I says, these are your 3 options. I will charge no additional labor fee because they are that easy to swap out. Okay? So, if you want to go that route and fix the pump, you take your pick on what you want to do to fix the pump. So, I told him that. So, no labor charge. Just pay for the part, take your pick, and I'll take care of it. Haven't heard him since. So from now on, no more. I don't care how long I've known you, how long I've been dealing with you. If you drop off your pressure washer for work to be done, if the engine is no good, per se, then I need to get the bread first, and then we can go from there. And I explained to him up and down more than once, it's not the first time I repaired that the pump is separate from the engine. Now, what did he now? See, Uncle Arch.
I'm sorry. Did you get to read that one?
I was explaining my discipline of pumps to customers, and I always test run them on clean machines. Okay, so Uncle Arch, I have an electric pressure washer now because I don't want to deal with gas anymore. So I can't take the pump off their machine and put it on another one. And plus, I work on all different style of pressure washers. I work from horizontal and vertical. So it's just, and I also, space for me is an issue. So I can't keep, one pressure washer of each and hope that their pump bolts onto my engine. Now that's an additional labor charge too as well. That's time. I don't work for free. So you're going to take their pump off their machine, put it on yours, hook it up, uninstall it, forget it. You need to know your machine. I mean, when you go to, I guarantee when you go to a dealership that they don't do that. So, I mean, there's certain things you want to do that are similar. There's certain things you want to do that exceed them. That's something that I just don't have, any interest in what I'm doing. And then offer to install a new pump. Okay, so like I said, if he wanted to buy the thermal valve, the manifold, or the pump, I would install it free at no charge.
Right.
The manifold, they buy a new pump for that machine, and you, yes. So he already agreed to the repair bill to get the engine going, okay? And then now we needed to agree on something to fix the pump, and he just didn't want any part of it. He thought that I should get this pump running and at no charge. That's what I'm thinking. We haven't spoken to after we had it out. And like I said, I tried sending out a message just to be, well, I see customer supply parts, absolutely. That's something I get money up front to as well, okay? Because if their pump doesn't work, if their part doesn't work, that's it. Nope. Okay. So that's how I feel. So that was a very good customer because I broke my policy, and I felt that if I would have kept up with my policy, then things would have been different. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot. This is what I offered him. I offered to take the machine back, and he gets all his money back just because usually I would keep my $25 service fee, but just to be a nice person, $25 is not a deal breaker. Because he had everything for this pressure washer, I would have gambled on, I would have bought a pump for it, or I would have, done the same thing. So I offered to give him his money back, and I own the machine. I offered to replace the thermal relief valve, replace the manifold, or replace the entire pump. Just pay for the part, I'll eat the labor, right? Haven't heard from him. So if I would have stuck with my initial fee of pressure washers, is pay for it first, then I repair it. If nothing else works, there you go. So yeah, I've learned a long time ago about this, and you know what? Never get comfortable. No such thing as comfortable, because like I said, and there you go. One bad apple spoils the lunch. Number 2, weed whacker. Actually, I had 2 weed whackers. One guy came up 7:30 in the morning. We spoke about it on our last live, right? And he wanted to run. He rang the doorbell 7:30 in the morning. Luckily, I was home. Did I take off from work, or was it just my day off? No, it was my day off. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. Crazy, right? He wanted it back
He's
that
lucky
day
you were home.
within the hour. All right, no problem. I don't do that type of service. I have other machines to get ahead of. I actually decided to fix it that day. Just the way the stars aligned, we spoke about it, did a bunch of things to it. I was very excited. It had the clogged exhaust port. Okay, called him up. Weed whacker's done. It was his only weed whacker, according to him. That's why he needed it done. Guess what? Guess who hasn't picked up their weed whacker yet? Guess who still has their weed whacker? Today makes 1 week and 7 days. 7 and a day. Now, weed whacker doesn't take up a lot of space. That's none of his business, right? How do you go from wanting your weed whacker that day to not needing it for a week? Not happening. So I called him again. Doesn't pick up. Happened to have his son's phone. I'm going to call his son. Oh, okay, let me get in touch with him. Didn't hear back from the son. Had to call his son again. Said, hey, listen, it's been a week, right? I spoke to you last week. You guys said you were going to come pick it up. Never picked it up. If he doesn't want to pick it up by today, guess what's going to happen? I am going to have to sell it to recoup the cost of the time and money I have invested into the machine. Well, how quick their tone changed. I really hate to be this person. I really hate to be that person. But, it is what it is. And I feel as people like me and you who do this as a hobby, going that route, we really don't have a leg to stand on, right? We kind of have to take it. Because somehow, some way, if they go after us, we're wrong. We're wrong. That bothers me. So when I see him today, we're going to have a nice chat. Weed whacker number 2.
But in reference, just to say what you were saying just now, this is also why we have to go back in our minds again and not do those same day repairs anymore. Like, he needs to stick to I can't do this right now. He has a schedule, because when you try to be the nice guy, you get burned. Just stick to your schedule. Or pay up front.
Can't pay up front if you don't know what's wrong with the machine.
Half deposit. Half deposit.
7:30 in the morning. Who else is thinking besides, let's get this guy the hell out of the house?
Well, and he was also like loud.
Yeah.
It was like, and with his truck.
He's a landscaper.
With his truck.
7:30 in the morning, you let your gate down nice and easy. Not let the gate down and slam,
He slammed it.
It's like, oh my God, my neighbor's going to kill me.
Yeah. You know what? Scott is right. Scott, you are right. It is 30 days. Just
I understand that.
Yeah.
But if you look at a brick and mortar store, they charge you storage fees after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. And before you go to the second one, East Coast, you are 1,000% right. And the Mr. and I have this conversation again. We're two totally different lines of side work, but it's the same mentality. People have this idea nowadays that you owe them something. And how many times, you probably are sick of hearing me say it. I tell the Mr. all the time, if you walk into the grocery store and you load up your cart with groceries and you're sitting there at the checkout line, do you go to the cashier and tell her, hey, I'll pay you for these groceries in like 2 or 3 weeks. How's that sound? No. You loaded up your cart, pay for your groceries. Just like when you sit there, and we had an individual, I'm not going to go into details, who dropped off equipment a couple months ago, never came back. And then he came back a couple months later.
A year.
And he goes, where is it? I basically said to this individual, if you provided a service with your business and didn't get paid in a couple months, how would that make you feel? When you bring it to their level, you know what he said to me? He goes, I would be angry. So how do you think we're feeling? Just like when I schedule clients and I'm sitting there waiting and they blow me off, I say to them, how would you feel if I was scheduled with you and I blew you off? So now he laughs at me. The other day he goes to me, I thought you had a client. How did you still get paid? I still charge. My time means something. His time, your time, it means something. Get paid. And at the end of the day, if you're not getting paid for your time, then why are you doing what you're doing? It's not worth it. It's not. And so what was the second machine that we almost had another little episode on? Or did it end up in an episode? I got the two confused.
So anyway, I had another weed whacker. Ironically, the same one, an Echo SRM 2100, the gray one, straight chip. Guy shows up, he wants to all barter. I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, you fix this. Nope, that's not how it works. I don't want your junk, because that's what I have a feeling is nothing but junk. And the side story from this led me to believe what he has is junk. So anyway, he has a weed whacker that it runs, but power bulb is busted and the fuel line grommet is all dry rotted, coming out, the whole nine. No big deal. How much to repair this? So I told him I want this amount of loaves of bread. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, take it back. Well, it's a good weed whacker. Okay. So, according to him, how does this thing run? There's no gas. No fuel lines, everything needs to be replaced. So I end up putting a new grommet, new fuel lines, new fuel filter, new primer bulb.
I like that.
I didn't put any gas in it. Why? You said it runs. I was just told you came in and told me to replace these things, that's it. Calls me back up. Hey, the weed whacker this, the weed whacker that. I thought you fixed it. So wait, whoa, hold up, pal. You said it ran. All I did was replace fuel lines, fuel filter grommet, fuel filter, and the broken primer bulb. So that means you lied to me. That means the machine doesn't run. What I did has nothing to do with those repairs. I didn't go inside the carburetor. I didn't make any adjustments. I didn't do anything. Right? Why is that that's not my problem. That's not my problem. You brought it in for one thing. If it has another problem, that's not on me. Another pressure washer story. So he ended up coming back, and all he needed was an adjustment, which is fine. But I did it to prove him a point, and then I also fixed something for him too as well. He brought me one of the lawnmowers he wanted to give me, and that thing was a basket case. And then I fixed his other lawnmower that he wanted to give me too, at no charge. It took 5 seconds, and we made a video on it. So I won't, not on that particular machine, but something just like it. I think I'm gonna do, with the channel, a few things. We're gonna, have my long videos, which I try and save for Sundays because Sunday's a nice day for you guys. And then I think I might do, quick little tips, right? When they come along, they come along. There's gonna be no promises, just little things that I want to show you guys and maybe you guys can implement or save yourself the headache from. So I've been talking about, so that's been our crazy, wild week. And, wait a minute. 2 more things. I need the mouse.
And okay.
Let's talk about
Arch's Garage. You are right. Like, I have to be honest with you. I tell the mister this all the time. I'm so tired when people say, oh, I got stiffed and I didn't get paid. Or the customer didn't pay me. Oh, I'm so mad at them. You know what? Because we are nice people, and you're a nice person, and the next guy's a nice person. We try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's the problem. Everything, I know we're all running hobbies here, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's where the buck stops. I said to the mister this week, like when I got paid and I didn't provide the service, but that's because the person stood me up. Guess what? They're scheduled for next week, double time. They didn't abandon me. They looked at me and they said, wow, she runs a tight ship. I want her service. She's no BS. Just like, hey, guess what? That guy may not be his customer again, but the next person will be. And you've got to believe that your time is worth something. You've got to believe your skills are worth something. And you know what? If that person doesn't want to be your customer again, toodles, the next person will be. But you can't waste your energy and exhaust yourself on these people who don't want to value you. Because you know what? Arches is right. It is your problem. And you can't sit there and cry the blues that you got stiffed or you're stuck with equipment or whatever it will be, because no one wants to hear you cry in a river. And you don't want to sit there and your spouse doesn't want to hear that you got stiffed either, because it is your fault. You need to be a little bit tougher with your policy.
But thing is that we're talking about, if you tell me what to do, first of all, it's not Burger King, let's have it your way. But something as simple as a weed whacker, something like that, right? Needs this, this, and this. Okay, you got it, pal. No problem, right? Usually, feel you out.
Nice.
Right? This guy was complaining about money in the first place. So if, let's say, I really hate to do this to you, but if you drop me off a machine with no gas in it, if I put gas in there, it's a $10 circuit. That is 10 loaves of bread, okay? Because that goes under shop materials. Now, I never really X loaves of bread, between carb clean and this and that. Nope, don't do that. But if I have to put gas in there, that's 10 loaves of bread automatically. Because, right, I have to go to the gas station, right? My fuel is dual treated between stable and seafoam. I have to be compensated for that, right? So I can't sit there, put gas in there at no charge, and then make an adjustment for him at no charge either. That's not happening. No. So if he told me that the weed whacker runs and all it needs is this and this, which is literally bolt-on parts, then that's not on me. Sorry. That's really not on me. We'll probably get some fuel lines to the customer when they are there. Okay, so in this particular situation, Ken, good morning, by the way. I must have missed you.
No, you missed me.
And good morning, Uncle Arch, as well. That's not on me. You said the weed whacker runs. Okay. So even if it meant, so here's a different situation, right? Let's just play the other side of the story. Let's just play something. My weed whacker doesn't run, but I want you to put, a muffler on it. Okay, put the muffler on it, and it doesn't run. There's no gas in it for me to verify it. That's not my problem. You said it ran. You just wanted me to put a muffler on. That's how I'm kind of like looking at it, you know. Even though I say don't trust nobody, but that's what my feeling is. Okay, so Brando, I usually take a loader to the scrapyard with the junk machines that my customer abandoned. Okay, so as you guys know, Mandingo is Mandingo. Tires on Mandingo are very expensive. They're a lot. Over $300 a tire. Times that by 6. Okay? Number 2, if I get a nail in that tire that can't be repaired, how much scrap do I have? So I have my scrap guy come pick stuff up.
Yeah.
So I will not bring
I'd rather
stuff
him
to
get a nail in his tire.
What I've been doing lately.
Good morning, Nikki.
What I've been doing lately is that I used to give Henry at Mowers and Blowers all my junk stuff, abandoned projects, and Henry would do.
Amen to that, Arches.
Yep. And he would do his thing. He'd either fix it, sell it as is, or do whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, I could sell it as is. So I've created a different account so no one can't relation to me. And I've been selling all my abandoned or equipment that I just don't even want to be bothered with. And it's been pretty good. $25, that's it. I don't know. I don't know. It ran, it doesn't run, it used to run, you know, and that's it. I don't bother with it anymore. You know, if someone's gonna make money on it, it's gonna be me. So, like I said, this is gonna go longer than an hour. Like I said, it's been a wild week. We'll drop a link in here. Got the comment. Good shows.
Hey, Breezy. How are you?
Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll save it for next week's live then. We're going to talk about the trade this morning that we're going to do. We'll save it for next week?
Your stock thing?
No.
What trade?
The mower. All right, now we'll get the link in. That'll be next week. I told you we had a wild week. Wild hair.
Someone come and save me.
All right, so you know what? How about this? Next week's live.
Oh my.
Uncle Arch is very good.
Someone come up and save me. So the hero. Save me as a hero. Brian, save me. Save me. Thank you. Oh my God. He's like a washwoman today.
Next week's team will be trading.
Let's listen to Roy. Roy,
hero.
Say anything.
I need a haircut.
Oh, hey!
Only the two Scott. Here we go.
Everybody's got wild hair. Look, he's got some length. Look at Briggs. See, Briggs has like
hey,
some 80s dude going
give me a
on.
wave, baby. Hi, honey. How are you?
Yeah, we're okay. A bit lucky today, I am. That's strange.
It's getting hot. It's hot.
It's terrible.
You know what it is? I have this hair, and I'm cooking, so I couldn't sleep this morning. I was too hot. She likes to keep the room warm because she gets cold. So I went upstairs and turned the AC on and fell asleep.
So can you tell your friend, I want desperately to give you a haircut?
So this is how bad my hair is. My boss actually asked me when I was going for a haircut because barbershops are opening back up this week. Now, my barber did open back up this week, but he has all these crazy guidelines.
Uncle Ed, give me a wave, baby.
He has like a bubble over each chair. You know what I mean? That's not a haircut. I'm not getting a haircut. The hell with that?
Blimey. Hello, Roy. Hello, Mr. Briggs. Hello, everyone in chat. Yeah.
Definitely she's going to cut my hair. Let's figure this out right now.
Guys, am I slipping?
So,
I would get let's just shave her off and shave it all off.
So are we cutting my hair live or are we doing a video? Because if we go live, it's literally going to be you guys just like this facing us if she cut my hair.
Hello, mate.
We do a video. Move the camera around. Oh, this
Jason,
is
what's with the beard?
Oh, this is going too. Oh, it's all going. I'm dying.
Aren't I just trimming it down like we normally do?
Yeah, but it's going. I mean, listen, if it's 80 degrees outside, 80, 85 degrees, if I'm outside working on the road, it's like 100. Throw in all of this, I'm like 120. I'm dying. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. So that's what we do. So are we doing a live or are we gonna do a video?
I say do a video. That way you can pressure wash them afterwards to get all the hair.
That's it. Yeah, definitely.
You know what? So then you know what? Let's do a video. We'll do a pressure wash. We'll blow dry my hair because gas powered leaf blowers are non-existent anymore. We could definitely do something like that. All right, so we're gonna do a video.
It'll be the Mrs. Pate quarantine haircut.
And so, yeah, right, so
Are you gonna wear your USA shorts again?
Maybe wear my USA underwear.
Why, Roy? Are you looking forward to that?
Well, he could always wear your shorts.
You want to be able to put them on again.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's been like I said, wild week, wild hair. Usually I have a hat on, but we'll go with the flow. My hair is not as good as Mr. Briggs. I like how your hair is changed. You have like that 80s they got like that 80s cut. Listen, my mullet's 80s, so I'm not hating. But yeah, like I said, a wild week. If you guys want to chime in what you guys would do in your policies, I mean, I'm all ears. We learn from each other. I thought it was pretty good, but I guess not. So
I say you get the Gabers in and help do the landscaping. Make it a really big video.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, they offered to cut my grass because I'm still growing, and I says no. So I'm not sure if this week or next week I'm gonna cut my grass for the first time, and I'll do a vlog on that. I'm gonna watch it how my grass is going. It is doing phenomenal. I guess
missus could cut up here.
Jason, what
cut down there?
Jason, what's the smallest hedge cutter you got? Couldn't you use that?
Definitely.
But the Gabers next door gave me a garden flag with ladybugs on it yesterday. It was very sweet. They're very cute, I must admit. But they only gave it to him, so I think they were actually giving it to him, but it was really for me. So they were awfully close to you yesterday, by the way. What was that all about?
Hold on, I'm just.
All right, guys. I gotta get on the road to meet Mark and Sandy for breakfast, but I'm gonna go mobile. I'll be still in the chat and stuff. So I'll catch you guys next week.
Hope you guys have fun. Thank you for stopping by.
I noticed.
See you later, Ed.
I noticed Sandy was asking if Ed was going to wear a hat to breakfast and not sport your haircut.
So with us, with restaurants near us, because everything's opening up, so you can eat outside or inside. Everybody has like you ever go to those parties and they have like outside tents? Now they have outside tents with seating and chairs if there's not enough room in the establishment. That's it. To me, that's still not fun. I'm not going to be doing none of that nonsense. But at least you guys are opening up. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to open up non-essential shops on Monday. And that's about it, really. The rest of the stuff they don't know yet. They haven't got a clue, this government.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. Now, my hero, do you work on pressure washers?
Petrol ones, yeah.
Yep.
Not electric.
So if someone comes in for a repair, what is your policy?
Well, I tell them, I ask them, is it the engine that's not working or is it the pump? And if it's the pump not working, I said, you're going to have to go to somewhere else who fixes pumps. I don't do pumps. I only do the engines.
Okay, so you won't need to swap out the pump, even if it's 4 bolts. Because it's 4 bolts.
Yeah, and if he says it's the engine, it's just the engine, and I get the engine running, and the pump ain't working, then that's also down to them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Now, have you ever got stuck in a situation where they're just like, forget it, I'm not paying you, blah, 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 and now you're stuck with everything?
What, with a pressure washer?
Yes.
No, I haven't. No, I've only had about 3 or 4, I think,
Okay.
pressure washers in. But yeah, I made it sort of state that if it's the pump, then it's nothing to do with me. I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, makes sense. That's something to keep in mind too.
Yeah. I mean, the pump's good. If the pump ain't working, a lot of times it's only the little O-ring seals really that go in them.
And people don't prime the actual pumps these days. That's the only other problem. People run them dry. That's the other issue. They don't know how to prime them. And then when they try and run the pumps, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Why did you prime it first? No.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people always forget that when you start up a pressure washer, right, you're supposed to hold the gun, keep a steady stream of water out, and then you start it up.
Mm.
So I know on a pump, right, there is a thermal relief valve, a motor valve, which gets stuck over time sometimes. Then some machines have a manifold.
Yeah. And you have a solenoid as well, relief system. So when it goes over pressurized, it basically release.
Yep, that's the thermal relief valve.
Yeah, you call it thermal relief, we call it a solenoid valve.
Oh, okay. And then
call it differently.
And then there's a whole assembly itself.
Yeah.
So I mean, I try not to dabble in. I'll take an unloader valve and free it up. But after that, I don't read. Oh, you can rebuild this pump. Nope, I'm not.
Yeah, on some of the pumps I've been on, it's just 4 valves. One says prime only, and it says it in black and white. Give me 1 second. He's at the door.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, for me, I feel sometimes, like, I'm not saying pressure washers are a big part of my breadbasket, but it's foolish for me, to not work on them whatsoever at all. So I think I just really need to double down, on my policy. That's what it really comes down to. So trust nobody. I mean, it is what it is. And I even tried doing that, I even haven't heard back from him. So I tried to leave it on a positive note. It is what it is. On to the next one. Is that a puppy?
Aww.
How old?
She'll be 12 this year.
Aww.
Get out of here. The dog that we watch, I call my brother. He just turned 12 today.
Say hello, Xander.
Oh, she's sweet.
Aww. It's a nice day out, guys. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, yes. We got bit overcast at the moment, but blue skies, and it's 25.5 degrees here at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys go by Celsius, right?
Yeah. So what that is in yours, I ain't got a clue.
No, but I just know it looks nice out. That's all. And you don't look bundled up.
75.
And you don't look bundled up, so I know it has to be warm.
Yeah, I wish I had my shorts on there. Jeans on today.
So we've had.
It's 60 degrees here.
So the weather here has been like wonky. It took me 3 days to work on a lawnmower between work and weather. I had to stretch this out, and I got
New York
frustrated. And I painted this lawnmower in the middle of the night with very low lights. I can't look at this thing no more. I need to sell this thing. And I actually, when I pulled it out yesterday morning, it actually turned out pretty good. I was surprised. I was prepared. I already had the dye grinder out. I was prepared to strip it down and repaint it again, but it worked out pretty good. Click Brando. Oh, Brando's in here.
Brandon, give me a wave, baby.
Oh, that's Brando. Click Brando. Click on Brando. Click on him.
Give me a wink.
Good morning, Brando from BSS Engines. How are you?
Hey. Oh, you look
Hey, Brandon.
your button down.
Morning, guys. Sorry about that. Someone was at the door.
I'm about to go drink. Yes, kind of good.
Sparky, you have the gentlest little doorbell. Was that the little doorbell we've heard in the background?
Yeah. Well, it's because it goes through the sonar system. Our whole house has it.
Aww.
And it's a ring doorbell system. It's easier because that phone doesn't just scare anybody.
Oh, okay. Very
Because
nice.
my wife's epileptic, see, it's easier. Because if I put something really loud and frightening on it, yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
All right, Brando, what are you working on today? I see you're in the shop. What do you got going on? Uh-oh, Brando's freezing up.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can turn this camera around here real quick. Oh, wait. Maybe y'all can see it.
Is that the mule?
It's a Kawasaki mule.
Yeah. Are you putting that on the channel?
Yeah, that's the mule.
Ooh. All right, guys. If you guys want to see somebody work on a Kawasaki mule,
Maybe if I can come with it.
uh-oh. Brando, you're
He's
breaking up.
frozen.
It's bad gas in it.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Brando's in the middle of the sticks. He's breaking up.
We thought it was fuel injection, but
Has anyone seen Ken today?
He was here, and then he had to go pick up a tractor.
Yeah, Ken was in the chat. I know usually he'll pick up parts, and then he'll join the chat. But hey, listen, we're all busy. We're all busy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Jack.
Now, I had a delivery, a small oven, because our large oven's not working. So somebody's got us a small oven for a few weeks.
Okay, good. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Oh, dear.
Just to let everybody know, tonight at 7 p.m. we have Twisted V Twin Garage. It's Mark and Sandy. They're going on live. I think this is their second official live tonight, which is awesome.
If you guys are into V-twins and a lot of custom work, they're into tractor components, something that we don't have up here. But to me, it's very interesting because I have a nice large engine that I put on my Arians. So it's good to see the kind of stuff that they do to their engines, and maybe I can apply it to mine when we get snow. But
I heard they're going to make a new Aladdin movie and put Jason in as the genie.
Well, you know what? At some point, this heat's going to make me turn a different color. It might be blue.
Oh my God. Guys, I trimmed him slightly before, but this is going to be my first real haircut.
I want to keep it simple, but she doesn't.
I don't even think it's going to be a matter of who's going to get to choose. I mean, it's going to be better than what it is. We'll put it that way.
Sure, back and sides.
Yep, we'll see.
I got a pair of doggy shears.
Oh, no. See, Scott, I ordered, like, the real thing, and he's got, like, a trimmer and a buzzer. Like, I've got all the stuff. I even have a barber cape. But, like...
Hey, I think you ought to use his battery-powered cobalt head shifters to get the heavy stuff off first. That will make an awesome video. You have them stand outside, you take the electric and just do across the top, half moon, and then do the trim up with the rest. Come on. He could use that and send a video to Cobalt. Look, it even cuts human hair.
Knowing my luck, I know there's child protective services, but there might be like husband protective services out there. I have a knock at my door.
Hey.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense? I'm about ready to do the same thing. I haven't had a haircut in 4 months. Look, I can't see my ears.
I'm okay. I've done my own.
But that's not a lot of growth in 4 months, though. That's not bad. That's not bad.
We talked about was the shortest Sparky's when it started.
Yeah, his hair just grows, but it gets bushy so fast. It's so thick.
He should stop hooking his fingers in sockets, shouldn't he?
But so just a reminder, everybody, yes, there's going to be a haircut video coming. If you didn't, you're all here, so you're entered into the giveaway already. If you're watching the replay, you need to comment in the comment area. We have Nick going live later today. We have Twisted V Engines going at 7 o'clock today, 7 p.m. our time. Tomorrow we have Ken at 9 o'clock a.m. Our time. And then tomorrow, Ed, Puller Ed, going at 7 p.m. our time. Anything else you'd like to add, my incredible Afro munchkin?
No, I guess you're cutting my hair this week, and we'll put it on the channel ASAP so we don't give away.
I'd like to cut it this weekend, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, haircut this week.
All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining us. If you
Thank
haven't,
you for listening to me.
if you
Take
have,
care of yourselves.
yeah, you as well. If you haven't smashed that thumbs up, please do on your way out. Be well. We love you and thank you for your support. And
Yep.
we will see you later.
Later, guys.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Briggs, have a wonderful day.